Okay, so first up I'm going to take Custard from the Dolce palette, and I'm going to use my It Cosmetics fluffy blending brush to kind of blend that out into my crease. Now I'm going to take Bori from the Masquerade palette, and I'm going to use that same brush and blend over top of the Lash shade. We're going to do this a little lower, more towards the lid. Now using a slightly larger blending brush, I'm going to take Créme from the Dolce palette, and I'm going to blend it over top of those two colors more towards the brow bone to diffuse any harsh edges and lines. Keep blending until it looks completely seamless. Now on a smaller crease brush, I'm going to take Zobo from the Masquerade palette, and I'm going to pack that onto my outer corners, and then I'm going to lightly blend using small circular motions and windshield wiper motions. Now using my wet packing brush, I'm going to take Dalia from the Masquerade palette, and I am going to pack that onto the inner portion of my lid and then slowly drag it across. Using the same wet brush, I'm going to take Makita from the Masquerade palette, and I'm going to place this more towards the outer portion of my lid, but I want the two shades to kind of overlap in the middle. Now I'm taking that same blue and purple shade, and I'm using the blue on the brush and the purple on my finger to try and blend them more in the middle and give more of an ombre effect to the eye. Now I'm taking Zobo from the Masquerade palette. I'm taking that on a small crease brush, and I'm blending it into my outer corners to add more depth to the eye. Now I'm taking Créme from that same Dolce palette, and I'm blending it using my larger fluffy blending brush over top of all of those shades to try and make it look a little bit more seamless and blend out any harsh lines and edges. Now I'm going to use my NYX Vivid Brights liner in Vivid Violet to do a little cat eye. I start by making small triangles in the corner of my eyes and then connecting it across with the rest of the eyeliner. Here I am using my two favorite foundations right now. Make sure you use a damp beauty blender to blend this out. I think that's a big mistake that a lot of people make, is that they do not wet their beauty blender first, and that's a really important step to make sure that your foundation looks flawless. Now I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer to try and do a little bit of a contour and brighten up my under eyes. Now I'm using my Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder to set my face. Next up, we're going to bronze and contour. Right here I'm using my Makeup Revolution Ready to Go Baked Bronzer. Don't forget to snatch that nose, girl! Now using my Anastasia Glow Kit, I'm going to use the shade White Sand and a fan brush to make sure that they can see me glowing from outer space. Now using the shade Chi from the Masquerade palette, I'm going to pack that shade close to my waterline. Now I'm going to try and smoke out that bottom lash line by taking some more of Bori from the Masquerade palette and trying to blend those two colors together. Now I'm going to take Tart from the Dolce palette and use that as my inner corner and brow bone highlight. Here's the final look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will be sure to tag all the products that I used in the description box in the YouTube video, so be sure to check that out. Thanks for watching!